Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? No, I'm not trying to pull a Lauren Hill on y'all by coming in late. I was just trying to get. I'm actually still getting my notes together. I could just look at each tab individually, but I try to make sure. It's been a long morning already. Okay, that lines up. Well, hopefully, you're having a good morning. Um, and everything is going well. Just give me a few minutes here, y'all. I'm just making sure my notes are in order because there wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the most exciting title, but it also was not clickbait. So I got a lot of news stories I'm trying to line up here. I know. Yeah, like, is he organized? Everybody else's lives are so professional and they have their stuff together. Like I always say, I don't have a whole team and everything. Always be looking for this news. I'm researching projects for people to buy. Um, so just literally give me 22 seconds and I'll be with you guys. This should go smoothly. Should be no problem. Long as y'all can hear me, that's the most important thing. All right, two more. Oh, and lastly, all right, let's get to it. How y'all doing this morning? And as just you can leave your comments below, and I'll get to those. And should have a real good show today. Some real good information. Going to answer some of the picks you guys asked about on Friday. Of course, I tried to do quite a few of those, and the last couple of Fridays, I think I only did like two. Like I said, sometimes people can get spoiled by me answering too many things on stream, and they're like, "Well, I ain't got to pay for the Patreon." But I try to leave most of that information for the Patreon because it's important that they get that. But I do answer stuff on stream, so I got a few today. But I will be honest, they are very short reviews for the good and the bad ones. One is actually a little bit longer, and it's kind of on the fence. It's up to y'all. Some of y'all gonna be really excited about this one, and some of y'all not gonna care at all. But let's have a good show today. We'll answer some questions. I'm gonna try to be pretty quick with these reviews. I know. I'm talking, but we about to get into that. When y'all see why there's so much stuff to talk about, that's why I'm trying to make sure everything together. All right, let's get to it. So, like I said, good morning. So, Bitcoin's I've been seeing a lot of people um, get scared, and I understand it. I'm not here to try to call somebody a baby or whatever. But Bitcoin's price was like falling quite a bit. So let's go. Let's look at the 7 day real quick. So everybody was like bullish about the whole 52, 53,000, and so everybody's like we're going to 55,000, which I think is going to be soon. Like we can just bounce and retrace at any moment. I don't think people realize that. And we can head straight up to 55,000. We can go to 60,000, or it could keep falling. Like I always tell y'all, if you're new to the channel, I don't really care because I'm here for the long term. I'm not trying to trade in and out of tokens. I do know some people, and this is what I talk about. Like a lot of y'all made some real good money on some trades earlier this week, and then a lot of y'all got messed up because of this little fall we having now. That's why I say I don't try to trade. I know I'm not saying it's bad to catch trades. You can catch a 2, 3, 5x here, whatever. Sometimes y'all catch 15, 20x's. That's real dope. But I just learned in my time in the market not to be trying to do that because a lot of people. I know a lot of you go off like even what I say or other people say. So you got the people that's in the camp that's saying Bitcoin's about to go to 70K overnight. I saw that. I saw a lot of that actually. 74 was one of the numbers. Then you got the people that saying it's going to go to 36. All y'all trying to predict this stuff. I know it sounds good and it gets you clicks and engagement on your Twitter, but sometimes it doesn't do people any good. So we was knocking against that 53,000, which seems like a new level now. We skipped through 48,000, 50,000. And so we got this new level of kind of like 53,000. And then we started sinking back down to like 50 flat, right? Because let's see, right here for a moment, we got to like 50,800. And so we still at 51,000 now. But anyway, people getting real scared. Y'all losing your minds. I see people going crazy. Hopefully it's not one of y'all, especially if you've been in the group. I do got to put some other news inside the group later in the Patreon, but I'll talk about that in a minute. I'll talk about it in a minute. Just remind me in the Patreon to say, hey, what was that news? Because y'all kind of do need to know it like right away. Not right away now, but yeah. Anyway, so you see the Bitcoin price. So this is actually old news. If you've been on the channel, you've been watching the channel, you don't even have to be in the Patreon. I already talked about this news, but apparently it's new news of it as of yesterday. So I told y'all when the AI run started happening, you had Sora AI that put out because you have prompt to text, you can put in a prompt and then the AI creates a picture for you. But it's just showing how fast we're moving with AI. When Sora came out with their prompt to their text prompt to video, and the video looks really good. I already explained to some of you guys that I work in the film industry, or whatever. So a lot of people saying they think it's fake and it was done by a camera and a drone. But I'm telling you, from people, I own multiple cameras, and I've been in the film industry a while. It wasn't a camera, even though it was impressive for AI. It did not even touch what like a camera can do. But it is impressive. I'm not saying it's not impressive, but that run, the Nvidia earnings everybody was waiting for, which did come out better than people, even better than people who were bullish on the video. The earnings came out better, and then this Vitalik tweet that everybody's just now making articles on. We talked about this last week or at least 4 days ago. I feel like it. Y'all let me know if I'm lying. Um, but anyway, so I guess news stories, and this is what I always tell y'all about when you're early to the market. You're waiting for retail to find out, because wait for the news stories to come out. Like when the news story, like we've been watching Bitcoin since 15K, but when the news stories put out that number that Bitcoin crossed 50,000, it's a round number. The news outlets start putting it out, then everybody starts coming into the market. They start getting bullish. So even though Vitalik Buterin, he put this tweet out days ago, but just because it's just now making news articles, now people are talking about it, and that's why AI had a kind of second run or whatever. And I know a lot of y'all trying to catch those trades. So, but always try to realize why the always try to realize why the trades are coming and why AI is running. Um, Also, this here, I just saw this. I haven't been able to do deep research on this. Trying to get this pop up off screen. I haven't been able to do deep research on this, but Nvidia is up 40,000 in the year. But basically what they're saying is that ChatGPT reportedly required 10,000 Nvidia GPUs to train ChatGPT. That's a lot of GPU power. So that, once again, it's a lot of the reasons why people are bullish on the GPU narrative, like Render, some of the other ones that's coming up. Some of them I don't believe in as much, but even sometimes I get too smart in this market. I tell you that I get too smart in the market sometimes, but I just got to know that the project has legit back and it's a legit project. But that's why a lot of these GPU power projects are running, because when you get news like this, like that's just crazy, unheard of. I don't know what, like I'm big into tech and graphics cards and building computers myself, but I don't know what kind of graphics cards they were using, but it really doesn't matter, because that's a crazy amount of power regardless. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna talk more about this whole GPU thing in the future. There's some new GPU cards that are coming out that, listen, all this stuff is a part of the new stuff. So some of y'all may be excited about it, some of you may not be, but it lets you know what different projects can do in the market when you talk about metaverse, GPU computing, cloud computing, and all this kind of stuff that people are bullish on. I know a lot of people have been making pretty good money on the. Like I said, I wasn't really bullish on it, but I know a lot of people made decent trades on the OPSEC. So it's one I didn't get into, but the market is speculative. So when some of y'all may think, nobody said it. So I'm just saying, if you have the mind like, oh, this news is boring, when you know this type of news, it can kind of tell you what's going on in the markets and what may run, because the market is just pretty much completely speculation. Now, this is something I'm going through a lot of this story. It's a lot of stories, so I'm trying to go through them as fast as possible, and I can get to you guys' questions. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna have a lot of questions today. But this is kind of bullish. Now, this is a project I did not get into. As I tell you all the time, I got in my blue chips early already. Injective, Solana, Celestia. What are some other ones? Some of them were not bluish yet. We got some other ones too. But so I got those blue chip projects, or the bigger market cap projects that I wanted to get into early. So I did not. A lot of people act like they want to tell you like they caught every trade and they know everything. Even though I knew about, say, Sui and Aptos, I really didn't. I didn't jump on any of those trades. And Aptos has kind of been chilling from last I remember. They kind of been chilling, but this is some bullish news that came. out of nowhere, and a lot of people really, to be honest, a lot of people been kind of roasting, or I don't was they've been making fun of, if you don't understand what I mean when I say roasting, but they've been making fun of Aptos because they, I guess they're saying it's not moving as fast as saying Sui and some of the other ones or whatever. But anyway, if you can't see it on screen right now, it says Aptos Network is partnering with BlackRock. That even shocked me. That came out of nowhere. I haven't been researching the project. So, but this is some bullish news for Aptos. I don't know what how, if it's affect the price movement or not, but because we got this Bitcoin's falling right now, so this is pretty big. I mean, if y'all don't know who BlackRock is, they control like trillions of dollars of assets. They're one of the leading Bitcoin ETFs right now that's bringing a lot of money into the space. A lot of people in the traditional markets with big money trust BlackRock or look up to BlackRock or just see them as a power. Well, they no, everybody sees them as a powerhouse because they got trillions of dollars. So, but yeah, this is just funny. I didn't see this coming. What I did talk about last week, I believe it was, but the whole Ondo finance thing. I told y'all straight, you know, a lot of people like to act like because they know something is going to make money, what if they act like they invested in it? I know Ondo's probably gonna it's probably going to do very well, but I didn't invest in it. But I did a segment on Ondo last week for the fact that they were partnered with BlackRock. And so now you got Aptos that's also partnering with them. So I'm pretty sure both of these going to do well this cycle. The traditional investors that come in, I don't know if they're going to create like a portfolio fund or whatever for people to invest in all their different investments. So Aptos could do very well this cycle. Listen, I really honestly, I keep up with a lot of projects, but I honestly don't remember where their market cap is. I guess I can look that up right now. Let me see to see where they could potentially go. Uh, it's funny because the price is, but like the price is down now because the whole. But oh yeah, so they already at 3 billion, so they're not doing too bad. So they've been kind of steady over the month. But yeah, so that partnership with BlackRock, I'm pretty sure they could probably run to maybe 40, 60 billion. So, it's some decent gains. If you got more money, you want a more secure investment, like most people get in Bitcoin, this could be one for you. But I found this next tweet funny. And this is what I said last week in the segment that I did on Ondo. Horst he said, I'll buy anything that is remotely connected to BlackRock. He says, a dumb thesis, but I bet it'll work. It will work. I said this last week in the segment. I said I'm not investing in Ondo, but the fact that BlackRock and you had excuse me, who was it? It was Bridgewater, and a lot of who's the other company? There's a lot of companies connected to Ondo. Though I know it's BlackRock and Bridgewater with Ray Dalio and stuff. But so yeah, that's how some people are going to be when they come into the space and they're speculating. There's going to be big money. It's going to be retail money. They're just going to invest in it just because BlackRock is connected to it. So that's dope for Ondo and Aptos. If you got in on Aptos or Ondo early, then congrats to you. Like I said, I told you I'm not going to invest in it, but I did the segment on it so you guys can know what's out there, even though I didn't. But so this next article, but it's not even really article. Just I lost the article that I had, but I remember what it was talking about. But pretty much this Twitter, I look at it sometimes for news, and there's a lot of things we look at in the space for news. But anyway, said the fair price for Matic just flipped bullish again, which means I guess Matic is going into a bullish trend. Now, if you don't know, Matic got everything. This Polygon is a project. The token is called Matic because it was the whole thing. But anyway, they're changing the ticker or the name ticker now to Pols, which is POLS. And so maybe that's the bullish news they need. When the cycle first started, Matic Polygon was looking like one of the most bullish layer twos. But when they lost Ryan, it was not good for them. And a lot of things have changed, but hopefully maybe with the ticker change and maybe some developments they got coming with ZK and all that kind of stuff, maybe that'll be better for them. Still, once again, will not be something I hold because I already got my blue chips or whatever. But if you're looking into something like that, then this may be some news for you or whatever. Some other bullish news. It looks like Roaring Kitty and is coming back with the tendies. It's inside. Maybe it's inside, maybe it's not. If y'all don't know, Wall Street Bets and the guy Roaring Kitty who started the whole GameStop craze last cycle that they made a movie about, Dumb Money. The movie was actually good. You should check it out if you get a chance. And I actually don't like too many movies, to be honest, especially these new ones because they just throw them together and they be hot trash. But anyway, Dumb Money was a pretty good movie, but I'm seeing that they're saying that the 24-hour volume on Robinhood is ticking up. So That's a pretty big tick up from, as you can see, where it was before. But this doesn't mean that retail is fully here already. So that's why I keep reminding y'all, when y'all see like the price of Bitcoin falling like it is today, don't get scared. Or the price of one of your altcoins might fall because you're still early. Like I always talk about on this channel, there's sometimes like I know one particular altcoin that we talk about in the Patreon that I'm really bullish on or whatever. I'm telling them, hey, there's a token line lock coming, which I'll be more. I'll talk more about that today and put out a alert or whatever. But I'm cool with the entry that I got in on that token. So if the price falls, I'm just going to buy more. I'm not one of those people who say, listen, man, the token unlock is coming. I'm going to be very frank with y'all. So I can know a token unlock is coming, and I could know that the price could potentially drop 30 to 50%. I still don't care because of the entry I got in with. Now, some other people may see that as dumb investing. They be like, what? I'm going to pull out, and if I know, if I got $1,000 in and I know a token unlock is coming and my token is going to become $500, I'm gonna pull my $1,000 out and buy back cheaper. I know a lot of people think like this. I'm not saying that it's a dumb way to think, but what I also present to people is, what if it does the opposite? And I've seen a lot of times when it does the opposite, no matter how much it doesn't make sense to you, you're like, but doesn't everybody know this token unlock is coming? But I'm always cool with the entries I got in on my coins. And I also know from this chart, the retail is not here yet. And we're just starting to tick up because this been, as you can, if you're looking at this chart, it's pretty steady. These are not big moves. This is kind of a big move, but still not astronomical, but it's almost twice as much as this little candle you're seeing here. So the fact that, right, a lot of retailers on Robinhood. Now, we don't know if this is Robinhood volume for, if it's for stocks or if it's for crypto. I'm speculating that it's for crypto, but either way, any volume coming back to Robinhood is a pretty good look. So this is another story I want to talk about. This is DeFi protocol Blueberry pauses lending following mysterious exploit. How much of this article do I want to read? Let's see. Let me just read a little bit of it. Decentralized finance DeFi protocol Blueberry has managed to pause its protocol after a mad dash to limit potential damage from an ongoing exploit on Friday. In a February 23rd post on X, the Blueberry Protocol Foundation reported that it was suffering an ongoing exploit and advised its users to withdraw their funds from the Blueberry lending markets as it worked on pausing the protocol as quickly as possible. Adding to the chaos, users reported having issues withdrawing with Blueberry, noting that the front end was also down. I can go more into this, but pretty much there was an exploit on the borrowing and lending DeFi protocol. People had potentially lost money or did lose money, and they were trying to keep other users from losing money. So this is what I had to say about this. I know a lot of people, and like me, like I've been in the space a while. I may understand everything about the space. I said this before. Y'all may think I'm smart. Some of y'all say y'all come to the channel because y'all feel like I understand the space. I'm smart. I understand what's going on in the market, and I have all this knowledge or whatever. I know a little bit, whatever. But in this market, I don't try to be super smart. I just try to think about where retail money is going to go. Even though I may know about all these sophisticated protocols and stuff, a lot of them I don't invest in. And this is one thing I'll say, and this is not fudding. I talked about two things. Like trilemma is a thing; it's a problem in crypto, but it's not really a bullish narrative this cycle. It's not what everybody's talking about. Most people are talking about modularity, data availability, and stuff like that. The same with this. This is no longer the DeFi summer. This is not the DeFi summer cycle. DeFi summer cycle, that was last cycle. That's nobody, like DeFi is something that we definitely can use, and we definitely want decentralized finance, but like let's just let that develop as something that we'll use later. I'm not really trying to invest in none of these or any of these decentralized it's not I'm sorry, decentralized finance or DeFi protocols, because I feel like that was a last cycle thing. Is plus they keep having these exploits. I want them to last cycle it was new, and a lot of people were bullish on it. So a lot of people wanted to invest in it because it was finally this new thing, smart contracts, DeFi, and all this kind of stuff was new. But you don't want to run into these problems. Even though I talk about some of the ones like Ondo and some of the other ones that have more backing behind them, I feel like the developers may be better. They're going to make sure that their stuff is in place. But as far as being like a bullish narrative to get 1,000x off, I'm not really looking for 1,000x or 100x off of DeFi protocol. So I'm just not fudding it, but I'm just saying like this is stuff you got to think about. DeFi summer was last cycle. There's no DeFi summer this cycle. People talking about gaming, AI. Deep in. I want to do RWA, but I want to do a live talking about these different narratives, but we'll get there soon eventually. But so yeah, you got to watch out with these different protocols. I know, some people see it as a way of making money, or I don't know. I'm trying to make astronomical gains, as I always talk about. So speaking of adoption and the fact that we do need decentralized finance, almost done with these news stories. I got some real good ones in a minute. I think all these are good, but y'all see. So speaking of these decentralized finance and adoption, this is something I've been. This is not only the first one, is but this article, South Africa explores stablecoin regulations. A lot of countries are exploring stablecoin regulations, and one I wanted to pull up another article, or I'll just talk about it. But the stablecoin regulation, because a lot of people are saying, like, how do you take profits? I tell them I take profits in stablecoins. Then if you need to spend fiat, you can just, you can transfer it out to fiat on an exchange, or whether you're doing it in your Tangent wallet or whatever. But it's going to get to a point that I'm looking forward to, is where we're going to be able to just spend our stable coins, because there's going to be stable coin regulations. One of my favorites right now is Tangent Wallet, that I use to hold my crypto. But Tangent Wallet also has Tangent Pay coming out, where they got this. And they said it was going to be out last year, but let them work on it. Like, you want this stuff to be flushed out, but I think it's going to be out by around April. They have the Tangent Pay card, which is a Visa card that you can use everywhere. And so you can spend your crypto off the card. I know there's a lot of different crypto cards out there, like crypto credit cards and stuff, but I think the Tangent Pay one is going to be a lot better than even some of the other offerings that are out there now. So I'm looking forward to the day where I can just spend my stable coins straight off my Visa card, and I can transfer. It just interacts with one of your cold wallets, and you can just leave how much ever you want to spend on that one cold wallet, and keep the rest of your holdings on another cold wallet in case something happens to your Tangent card or your Visa card and something happens. You'll still be fine. So the stablecoin regulation is cool. Some people see it as a bad, but I think it's cool, because right now they're giving us too much trouble. Now this one y'all gonna think is funny, but I think it's kind of dope. I didn't want to talk about it at first, but I'm gonna talk about it. So this one is actually old news, but I saw somebody talking about it earlier today, because a lot of people was. Let me read the article. ADHD get me sometimes, but whatever. So the article title, if you can't see it, is OnlyFans parent company. I should have said OF, but whatever. The parent company bought $20 million of Ethereum as revenue surged or whatever. So as they were getting more money, they bought some Ethereum this summer. So, like I said, it's kind of old news, but the thing is, a lot of people started roasting them or whatever. There was news articles out about it saying how they lost 50% of their money because, I'm pretty sure they probably didn't understand how the market cycle work, and maybe they was just doing the Michael Saylor. He just buys Bitcoin at any time. He don't care. So they bought it at a not good time, and so the price dropped. And people was talking about how they lost 50% of their earnings, but as of today, they probably up about 50% on their Ethereum from where they bought it, because I think they bought it around like $2,000 or whatever. But this should just be crazy, if they start accepting Ethereum on the platform, or crypto. I mean, the people on there are already spending money that they don't need to be spending anyway. So, I mean, this could bring adoption. I'm not trying to be like, raunchy or anything like that, but it shows an adoption of crypto. So that's the only reason why I'm highlighting this, for no other funny reasons. But I just like, they in profit now. So maybe this article gets out there for the many, many people that use their platform, and maybe they'll see that crypto is back when they see that they're up 50%. So another funny article, and then I'm gonna get to reviewing some of you guys tokens, and then we'll answer some questions. So this is news here. Let me make sure. So as y'all know, I think this is this under karate? I know a lot of you guys invested in karate, but I believe this is under the karate token. Once again, I'm not even talking about, it's not something I invested in, so I'm not trying to shield the token, but I believe this is under their platform. But this is just showing the face off with Ben Armstrong, formerly known as Bit. Sorry, formerly known as Bit Boy. Yeah, there's just, it's the standoff, or I guess it was maybe the way in too. Ben's a little bit smaller than I thought, so maybe he look like he's getting a little healthier. So I mean, I know a lot of people roast Ben and they think it's funny, and I know he's done some stuff in the space that a lot of people don't like. But I'll be trying to, as y'all know, even with my little situation, I'll be trying to wish the best for people, and hopefully people turn around and become better versions of themselves, the same as I'm trying to do. So, but anyway, this is going to bring a lot of attention to crypto, not just because of Ben, or formerly known as BitBoy. It's cool. It's a cool little project. I wish I would have caught it earlier. I actually saw it earlier, but I wasn't really thinking about investing in it. But anyway, this is gonna be real dope for the space, the face off. Yeah. So there's Ben with his meme mug on. So there y'all have that. Ben Armstrong, formerly known as Bit Boy, about to get into his little fight or whatever, and we're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna try to catch it. We're gonna see what happens. And so this is one for the Patreon or whatever. So I didn't get a chance to dig into the article, but anyway, this tweet's talking about Arthur Hayes. This quote is from Arthur Hayes. It says, "I don't write in depth micro stories that often." Excuse me. I don't write in depth micro stories that often. I can't read that often about specific tokens outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it's bull market time, ladies or female dogs, as he said. He said, I laid the foundation of significant forces that will drive crypto usage and adoption. It's time to shield my bags. So if you're in the Patreon, you should know which pick I'm talking about. So you know, yeah, Arthur Hayes is big in the space. A lot of people respect him. I mean, isn't dude a billionaire now? I don't think he's like a centy millionaire. I don't think he's a billionaire yet, but he's well respected in the crypto space and stuff. So I'm telling y'all, like, as I said yesterday, actually another point, without being funny, another point is I was saying how a lot of people were shilling picks during the bear market, right? Because for one, there wasn't a lot of picks to talk about, and so we all were kind of on the same picks, and so a lot of people were shilling picks in the bull. I mean, actually, we doing real good on time. A lot of people were shilling picks in the bear market to y'all that I was trying to say, like, they not going to stay. This is not a long term hold. Like, people are just trying to pump up their bags, but people now are about to start pumping. In the next 6 months, they're gonna start telling y'all the real bags that they hold. They're gonna start pumping their real bags. So that's why you got to kind of really know. Somebody in the Patreon, but y'all got to really know which tokens they are really going to last the whole cycle. So yeah, people gonna start shilling their big bags, and that's why you want to kind of be well versed in the space or in a good Patreon that's at least trying to understand what's in the market. Like I tell people in mine, I don't know everything that's going on in the market, but I try to keep up enough so I can share enough with them, and so you can kind of know how things are moving in the market. Like I said earlier with the blueberry exploit, like this is not DeFi summer. DeFi is a huge thing in crypto. I understand that. But far as you like people just coming in being bullish and like, oh yeah, this DeFi project, like it's kind of, to be honest, DeFi is kind of boring right now. I'm not saying you can't make money. You can probably definitely for sure make a 500, I mean not 500, but maybe a 50x or even 100x on some of these, but you got to pick the right ones. Like it's not a hype narrative this cycle. So anyway, I'm going to quickly, and I mean quickly, answer a few of the picks that you guys already asked me about, and then I'm gonna get to the comments because I know you guys probably been talking a lot down there and asking some questions. So I'm gonna try to review those. Hopefully, want to have no drama comments today, but whatever. But let me make sure the sound is still working, the picture is still working. I keep forgetting to keep my little monitor right here, but it looks like the sound should be working and the picture is working. So let's get to it. I'm gonna go through these quickly because some of them I don't even have notes on these, but I think I know it. It's in my head. So I don't have too many nice things to say about some of these, so I'm gonna make them quick. And I won't harp on them because I don't want anybody to think that I'm flooding the project. So I'm gonna just say my quick take, and then I'm gonna get on out. The first one, understandably, why you guys are asking about this one, is pixels. Everybody asks every day. I am not investing in pixels. If you want to take a or a weak chance at getting a 20x and it reaching 10 billion, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this. So if you want to take a weak chance at this reaching 10 billion and getting the 20x out of this, then you can do that. Congratulations. It will be a very talked about project. A lot of people talk about it. Probably will be hyped up by people who got in early. Like I said, the people who got in the pre-sale or whatever, which is not many. Even I know a lot of people who get in pre-sales that are very reputable in that area, and a lot of them, I don't think I heard any of them say they got in the pre-sale. So this is really, to me, is insider token. They're already up 110x from the time that it launched. And so you yourself are looking at getting maybe a 20x. And so a lot of people are pushing this thing like, and they're saying this could be the Axie Infinity of this cycle. And they're promoting it as like, this could be the gaming coin with the highest market cap. I don't care I don't care about how many X's I get. I don't care that it will be the project with the most the biggest market cap. So that's like saying, oh, this project can have the biggest market cap, but if I only can get a 2x out of it, why do I care to invest in it? That's my take on it. I think I said enough. I'm gonna just leave that alone and not try to flood it anymore. Um, yeah, Pixel started way too high. I'm not in that. It started, like, as my boy would say, it started way too high. You got to cut it. So that's why I'm at on Pixels. Illumia, I made a whole video on about that, so y'all should know. Maybe you're new to the channel, so I don't want to be that person like I'm so arrogant that you should know every video I did. But I know why you're asking about it, because Rand from Crypto Banner started talking about it. But yeah, I try to tell people. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody in the game is space. For one, nobody's ever going to be bullish on every single take or every different project, because they got the ones they had conviction on, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I know a lot of people have been asking about it because Crypto Banner started talking about Illumia. But yeah, I made a whole video on it to tell you what I think about it. So, am I just trying to get watch time? No, I'm not. But I mean, I made a whole video on it. So if you want to know how I feel about it, you can watch the video. Hello, somebody else asked about, or a couple of people. I'm not sure. I think because the price has been falling, you guys asked about it. Like I tell people all the time, I got in Hello extremely, extremely early. Um, and so when I put in on a token, I'm just in for the ride. And unlike other investors, like the thing is, I'm studying so much. Y'all, yeah, this chart doesn't look the best, right? So I'm studying so much for my people in my Patreon and doing just all these different studies or whatever, that I'm not like you guys that probably can watch your portfolio 24/7. And I know you probably like, well, you didn't see it falling from. I've been seeing it fall in a while, and it's just like every time if I wanted to think that I wanted to take a chance to pull out, just opportunity never came, because I would just always get caught up with something else, whether it was family issues or just other stuff. Um, but I mean, it's still sitting decent now. The influencers could still shield it in the bull run, and still there's a lot of influences behind it. I know the first show came out. I still have not watched the first show, so I don't know how the show did, and it probably was one of those things that we have in the crypto space where it's buy the rumor, sell the news. So maybe after the show came out, maybe it's not that people hated the show, but they just sold the news. So yeah, this is a big retracement from down where it was. But I've always told people with Hello, I said it's speculative. It just depends on the influencer shielding it. It also depends on if people like the show. So I was telling people, tell me if I'm lying in the chat, when people kept asking me about it when it was around 100 million market cap or a little bit over. Tell me if I'm lying. I kept saying I got into it early. I would not tell you to invest in this project early because of the reasons that I just named. So you're probably saying, okay, it's retraced about a 3x from its top. Would you invest in it now, Zoe? I mean, it's at 50 million. It's just a really speculative project that is not as shiny as gaming tokens. Will retail can come in and hear it shield to them from the influencers, but will retail come in and be like, oh, I know all these influencers. This is a good project. It does have a good founder behind it. He's produced and all that kind of stuff. Um, I don't know. Here's another bullish thing. Like the circulating market cap to fully diluted is not a big difference. So there's not a lot of dilution coming out into it. So that's kind of good for the project. But I don't know. I don't know if I can still even say like to somebody right now to invest in it. And knowing how early I got in on this, like I got in dumb early. So um, I don't know. That's my take on it. I couldn't like with full confidence, like whether it was in the Patreon or right now, tell somebody to invest in it. Especially on this retracement, I have not been. This is not one that I just invested early and just like, all right, I'm holding it. We'll see what happens. And so I know a lot of you may be alarmed. Like, is this what he do every project? Like, this was in the bear market. Like some of your bear market plays, when you get in like astronomically early, I myself don't really be paying attention. And I probably put a little amount in, so it doesn't really matter to me. But the ones I'm giving y'all now, especially in the Patreon, I definitely keep up with those and try to make sure everything's still bullish about those and it's on the up and up. So that is that. I did Pixels, I did Illumia. Of course, I'm bullish on it, and I just talked about Hello. No, I didn't pull this up. Let me pull this up real quick for y'all, and I'm gonna try to do this real quick because I don't want to flood anybody's bags. But I know some of y'all like to come to the channel and just ask questions on the channel. And y'all like, I ain't getting into Patreon. He be answering stuff on the stream, so why should I get into Patreon? Trust me, I know that's how you guys think. So, but I'm gonna just give this real quick. I do not want to flood anybody's bags, but this is just for the people on my channel and the people in my Patreon to give you something to think about when investing. Now, this is a project that I was going to invest in. I did a live that was it was dedicated to this entire narrative, and this is one of the projects I was going to talk about. Um, but I bought it and then I sold it like probably within 6 hours. And so a lot of you been like, man, I come to you because I want you to get me in projects early before they run, and this project's running. Well, this project is it's AIT protocol. It's one of the AI projects that's been running. Yes, I do know the people that's been talking about it. And I'm gonna be real fast about this. The problem I have with it is this tax modifiable. No, I do not have a problem with a buy tax and a sell tax. Like usually, of course, nobody wants to buy and sell tax because you're when you put in your investment, like I explained yesterday, if you put in $100 and there's a 5% buy tax, then you only get $95 worth instead of $100 worth. So, but if it's a good project that I want to get in, I usually don't care about a buy and sell tax. Mintable, which means they can create new tokens. A lot of people don't like that one either, to be honest. That's why it's a red flag here. But the one that really bothers me is this tax modifiable. That means if they want to change the tax on AIT to 100%, they can do that, and then you will not be able to sell out. So as soon as you press the sell button for your profits, you're not going to get anything back because it's 100%. Now the question everybody keeps saying is, do you think they're going to do that, Zoe? I don't. I never think a project is going to do it, nor do other investors think a project is going to do it. But ask the people in the projects that has happened to them, how did it go for them? Like nobody ever thinks it's going to happen until it happens. And that's not a chance that I'm willing to take. No matter how hot AI narrative is, no matter what big influencers are talking about AIT protocol, is not something that I can buy into, knowing that text is modifiable. Like I just can't do that. I definitely can't give it to my Patreon. I'd rather for my Patreon to think, man, Zoe ain't even giving us no AI calls. Like, man, AIT running. Well, how come Zoe didn't tell us about that? I'd rather them do that than to tell them to get in something and then they get a modified text and then they can't get their money out. So that's my take on AIT. I don't want nobody to say I'm fudding it, so I'm gonna just move on from that because I know some of you may hold AIT protocol, but it's something that you should know and you should be considering. This next project, let me see. I got to do this. Oh, I'm gonna do this one quick too. Ugh. So this one, a lot of people asking about. Number one, because AI has been running. This is a newish one. It launched back in December, a little bit before Christmas, and so as you can see, it's been doing this little run here. My problem with this project is, and I've seen other people talk about it too. So on their Twitter, it's kind of promoted. It's the words are fuzzy, so it's making it like they're connected to Google. It says Palm multi-platform Palm AI chatbot uses Google a like those type of words like that uses Google and you tag Google AI tech for conversations. Yes, maybe you're using Google's tech, but don't try to make it like you got a Google partnership. A lot of y'all been asking me about a lot of these AI projects. They're saying they got partnerships with Google and Microsoft, and they don't. Like because you use Microsoft Word to type your note, like that's how people really be doing. Like, yeah, we typed our Twitter blurb inside of Microsoft, and they'll try to, man, it's funny the stuff that people do in the space. But let me this is the real thing that really turned me off to this project. Now, am I telling you this project won't pump you can't make money? I can't say that, but this is what turned me off. And maybe you guys can't read this, and I'm hoping this. I'm not sharing the tab yet. Can I blow this up? If I blow it up, I'm gonna have to, let me see. Let me try to blow this up so y'all can at least read it for yourself and not me just reading to you. Let's go here. So I don't know if you guys can see that yet. I'm gonna try to go a little bigger here. Then I'm gonna have to go. Okay, that's about as big as I can get it at 200%. So at the bottom of their website, it says now you're presenting one thing on your Twitter, but on your website, it says this project or token is not affiliated with Google in any shape or form. But it's like you're trying to make it like you are on your Twitter, and that's how everybody's presenting it when they're shilling it to people. But that's not the case. And so I don't like stuff like that. That's a red flag to me because you're trying to come off, like I said, these projects that are trying to come up off a Google partnership or a Microsoft partnership that they don't really have. So it's when you're trying to mislead people like that, it just makes me not trust your project. Um, I'm gonna go back to this. So anyway, that's that. Almost done here. And so, this one I don't even remember. Like a lot of people was getting onto this one because I do. Let me pull it up on the side real quick first before I bring it on screen, and then I'm about to get to you guys' questions in a minute. Um, so I remember when I first saw this project, it was around like a million, right? And that's why everybody's searching for micro caps, right? And so I understand that y'all want. What has it done? I think feel like it was at 1 million or am I lying? It was low, and it's still low to be honest. So A lot of people is onto this. I don't even want to put on the screen really, but I'll do it because y'all always be complaining about that, so I'll do it. So this project Layer AI, but they had a lot of lies that they got caught in a lot of lies. Like one of the people who was supposed to be high up in the company or a CEO or something was a fake person. They weren't real. Um, it could have been an AI bot. I don't know, but I know a lot of people's asking about this because there's a micro cap and it's AI, and y'all think it could run. And I've even heard some big influencers like talk about it, but I don't know. I just didn't like some of the stuff I was seeing from the project. Like I said, I've been saying this for a minute. A lot of these AI projects got a lot of fake stuff going on, a lot of stuff that's not real. But what I do know that you're going to say, it's true. You can be too smart in this space sometimes, and all retail or people going to come in and they're going to see an AI project that's a low market cap. They're going to go to the category, look up AI projects, see the lowest market cap, invest in it, and they're going to pump it to the moon. Or maybe you can get a quick 10, 15, 30x off it. But as I always say, I want to sleep at night when I invest in a token. I want to know I can hold this token and nothing's going to happen. I don't want to just be holding something just because I feel like I can get a quick 20 or 10x out of this or whatever, and then it rugs on me. I can't take that chance. Plus, I definitely can't give it to my Patreon and then they get rugged, and then it looks bad on me. So I'm on the last project I'm reviewing, then I'm gonna get to the questions. So a lot of y'all gonna like that I'm even talking about this one. Some of y'all probably don't even know what this is and don't even care. But the project that you guys asked me about is Jasmine. I will not be investing in Jasmine. It's not a project that I really like very much. I know a lot of influencers have been talking about it. But Jasmine was around. Actually, it's falling right now. Jasmine was around last cycle. I'm gonna tell you what the really bullish thing about Jasmine, or one of the bullish things about it. So what Jasmine is, unless they've changed, because I know a lot of these projects they come out last cycle and then they come this cycle and they completely change what they are and they doing something new. But for what I know Jasmine for, Jasmine is like it's like a it's like a storage project, and so they have like this like excuse me they have like what they call them, like lockers or whatever. So you put like your data in there, and it's like a locker that you control, whoever owns the project or the data, and you control it. And I guess you can like rent it out or sell it to other people who want to buy your data or whatever. But they say that they make it secure or whatever. And sorry, my notes went away. But they make it secure or whatever. And but you can control like who has access to the data. So it's trying to give like they say they're trying to give regular people more ownership of their data, and just have the ability to make money off their data or whatever. Which is, I mean, it's kind of cool or whatever. They trying to, you can use your personal data and profit from it, and sell it or rent it to people or whatever. But let me look at some of my notes because I think sometimes I know too much about a project and then I can just start rambling. But yeah, but like I said, it's an old coin from last cycle. Um, I know a lot of people have been trying to say like it's the Japanese Bitcoin or whatever. That's just a weird kind of reference. Like it's a storage for one, so I don't know how it in lines with, unless there's some new developments that I don't know about Jasmine. Okay, get back to your notes, Zoe. So okay, I know DWF Labs is connected, which is usually something bullish, but like I said, it's an older project. And what else I got here? Yo, so this is the thing. Let me show you. So let me show you the all chart. So the thing is, Jasmine came out early 2021, and that for us it would be early 2025. So they came out like as the bear market was ending, and as you can see on this chart, we had the first run up when Bitcoin first started running up to 60K around April and May, and so it ran up with Bitcoin and the rest of the market around April and May, and then it failed in May. It never even came back to the second peak we had in on November and December, so it didn't even perform well last cycle. So I feel like it's just a lot of people who are holding old bags from last cycle that are trying to pump Jasmine back up so they can, as I always say, so they can take their little profits or whatever. And instead of just going ahead and trading out and getting into something else, they could have been got extras on. One of the bullish things about Jasmine that could make it pump regardless is the fact that it's on Coinbase, right? So I mean, it's already at a 700 million market cap. So $7 billion just to get a 10x. To get a 20x, you need $14 billion. And if you would go bullish case scenario, $21 billion to get a 30x. you can get a much easier 30x than Jasmine. That's at a 700 billion market cap. So bullish things. So yeah, I don't think I'm just flooding the project. Bullish things about the project that could help it is the fact that it's already listed on Coinbase, where retail can reach it easily, and a lot of retail money does come into it, and they just start clicking buttons. They don't know what the crap they invested in. So, and it's also, I will say, because it's an old token, that most of the tokens are already out in circulation. So there's not much dilution in the price. So you got Coinbase, you got not much dilution. It's easily accessible to retail. All the coins are out, so it can pump faster without dilution. But as far as being super bullish on Jasmine, no, I don't think so. Um, and the other thing is there's some people following the project that I know, but it's not many of them. I don't see like a lot of people. There's not like a lot of big top dogs in the crypto space that's following Jasmine that's talking about it. So like I said, 21, you have to get to $21 billion if you want like a 28x. A 28x. You can get a 28x overnight if you get into the right token. Once again, I'm not trying to tell y'all to search out microcaps and try to catch every trade. But what I'm saying is there's easier 30x's out there, and I don't even know if it's gonna do that. Like $21 billion. I don't know. This could be a crazy cycle. Maybe people go just ham on Coinbase and just start clicking buttons and handing their phone to their toddlers, and the toddlers just buying cryptos, and maybe they just like Jasmine because it looks cool. So if a toddler takeover happens, then you in good luck with Jasmine. And they were supposed to be watching what's her name? I don't know these cartoons they watch now. What's the crazy? It don't even matter. Y'all get the joke. It wasn't the best joke, but y'all get what I'm saying. Anyway, let me get to the comments of what y'all talking about in these comments. Uh, See, I was doing good. I was reviewing tokens y'all asked about, so I was doing good. I was at 25 minutes, and now I'm at 45, so it's all good. Kosai said, "What's up?" Or you waved at me. I just turned it into "What's up." But okay, cool. Okay. I keep saying your name wrong. I think I'm saying it wrong every time I see it. I think it's Kaju. You said hi. How good do you think? I don't know if people want me talking about it on the stream, but I think it's a really good project. But I don't know where they're launching at. I don't know that information. But it's one of the projects that I have been looking at. They are related to Celestia and that whole ecosystem and stuff. So I don't know where they could be launching at. I don't have any of that type of insider knowledge to know where the project is launching. But I think it's a good project. It's in the modularity narrative and all that kind of good stuff. Saba said, "Hey, CryptoZo, can you please talk about Artifact Token? Why you want me to talk about it? Y'all know, listen, I already made a video about it. My channel is not here to pump my bags. Like I tell y'all all the time, if you're new, I always say my bags are going to pump themselves, man. But anyway, I read your first sentence. Y'all should know I do this by now. I read sentence by sentence and then I respond. But anyway, your second sentence says, I heard the big YouTubers don't get their tokens till a few more months. Then they want to shield this project. Oh, I don't know about Artie. I didn't even check the vesting on Artie, so I don't even know. Let me see. I can look right now. Well, I can look and see if I can find information on that. Like I'll tell you, I know how to study the market. I know, kind of who's who in the market, but I don't have like some of the top insider knowledge about every project. But I will tell you what I do know. Um, yeah, I don't know as far as when people are getting their tokens because I don't. I see they have they got an unlock coming out in maybe 26 days. That looks like it. So yeah, but I don't know when people get their token. I'm sorry, I took so long in that. Sometimes I get deep in thought. Yeah, I don't know when those guys are getting their tokens or whatever. All I do is I try to get in at a good entry. That's all I can do. That's all I keep telling you on this channel. I just get in a good entry, and I don't worry about trading and all that kind of stuff. Um, Please expose the Archie. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about God today, to be honest. And like I said, I know when people always think like, I don't like drama, man. I just do stuff like when people are hurt that I know. Like, I'm not. Listen, I don't want y'all to take that wrong way because I know y'all like. I told you that this happened to me when I dealt with that influencer, but it seemed like you didn't care. It is not that I didn't care, but I'm just like you're human too. When it's somebody getting hurt, it's just closer to home, and it just makes you a little bit more upset. It's just like, come on, y'all. I'm human. Y'all know how it is. Somebody say something about one of your friends, you might get a little mad. They say something about your mom, and then you ready to fight. You know what I mean? But I took into account that a lot of you guys were hurt too, including people that I know. So that's why that happened yesterday. And a lot of people couldn't even see that. They couldn't understand it. Like, I always get the best news. Like, come on, man. I work hard for this news and the stuff I do on my live. I study and put stuff together every day. I don't just come on here and ramble. I get news stories. I review picks. So if I take one live to do something different, like this, it's my YouTube channel. I can do that. Anyway, so I don't want to talk about that today too much though. But Bob said I'm down a ton on cap, but still holding. The price action has been terrible, but the project looks good to me. Yeah, I know they have the whole interoperability thing or whatever like that, but cap is not one I've ever been bullish on. It could definitely run because it's a lower market cap. I see some other people that like it. But a lot of people just really got in cap because it was this whole thing out there. Everybody was saying it was in Alex Becker's wallet, and it wasn't at the time, really, I don't think. And so it just ran for that 1 week, and everybody wanted to pretend they had the alpha. But it was kind of like common known knowledge that everybody was saying Cap Games is in Alex Becker's wallet, and every like Patreon tried to shill it to their Patreon, so they wanted to feel like they were ahead of the alpha. And I just sat there and looked at it. I didn't say nothing to my Patreon about Cap. Tell me if I'm lying, but I didn't say nothing because I knew what was going to happen. It was going to pump up because people say Alex Becker had it, and it was going to dump, and it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. Now, as far as the long term, I can't tell you what Cap could do. It still do very well, but it's not a project that I'm going to invest in myself. Do with that information, what you will. Not financial advice. I know I got to say all that stuff. Natty said I made it back to the live. Yeah, I think you said Friday's the day you get to make it. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this about business. We not trying to have no more of that funny business like yesterday. This was an hour ago. Natty said I got a meeting in 20 minutes. Hopefully, I got through the good news stories in that time. Eddie Rose said these dips scare you. Eddie Rose said if these dips scare you, then you're not going to make it. No, for real. No, seriously, they have no idea. They have no idea that, especially if you get in the market the wrong time and you come in on one of those 30% dips, man, and a 30% dip on Bitcoin, just imagine what that does to the rest of the market. So that's why I try to tell people, man, y'all be panicking, trying to sell and trade and thinking, I see a good question that's coming up. But yeah, you can't be scared of these dips, man. Y'all better listen to Eddie, man. Just find a good project, make sure you have conviction in it, do your own research, and that's what you should do. Okay, so this next question, Natty said, did souls get rugged? No, they had a token unlock. They had a token unlock that was like 30% of the market cap. And I don't even know if you're here to even get this information, but no, it's not rugged. They had a token unlock, and so that's what happened. So let me explain it. So when you have a project that is that's coming out, has got dilution. That's why everybody gets scared about dilution, and they think they'll always get a better price, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. Like a lot of people thought G Swift was going to have all this dilution and the price was going to drop, but it did the opposite. G Swift started running, it did like a 17, 20x or whatever, and so people missed out and they never bought G Swift at a 3 million market cap like we did. But if a token is not moving and it has a token unlock, this is the kind of stuff that happens. But yeah, it catches you off guard, right? Because you like, that's what I'm saying. These dips. So that's what happened with that project. No, they just had a token unlock last night. And it was like 30% of their market cap. Now, if the price was already running and it was like a little bit higher, this drop wouldn't have been as drastic. So these are important things like people need to know in the space or whatever. So, what I will also say is though, the price that the CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap are promoting are showing is incorrect. It's literally 5 times lower. So put this, okay, I'm just talking about it. So I think, was it 5 cents? Let me just use a false number. It's not a real number. But so say what happened is the price was at $10 and it dropped to like $5. But CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko are reporting it as $1, and that's not true. That's not what it is. So if you're looking at your portfolio is probably reading incorrectly. So no, it didn't dump down that far. Yeah, that's actually important news. I'm glad somebody mentioned that, and hopefully, if you're watching still, that you got that information. That no, the price is not accurate on the it's not accurate at all on the Coin Market Cap. So no, it's not rugged. They just had a token unlock. Tenzin said, I'm up a little bit on cap game, but thinking about selling. I can't tell you what to do there. It's not a project that I really track. Like I said, I just know they have the interoperability thing. They have the partnership that's supposed to be with Samsung Next, which is not like Samsung, but it is Samsung Next. So that's what's making a lot of people bullish on it. But for me, I just got to have a lot of other elements that make me bullish on the project. RB RB says Souls lost his soul. Oh, y'all was just roasting the project. Yeah, but now y'all know what happened. So that's all that happened. And like I said, Coin Market Cap is not showing the correct price. That's a false price. It's actually 5 times higher than what that price is showing. Tenzin said syrup. Were you saying syrup? Serpro. Serpro steals other people's picks also. I don't even know who that is. Uh, I mean, a lot of YouTuber and crypto people do that. It's different from like when it's a common project that we already know or whatever. But some people literally just go watch other people's channels and then put it on their channel and their Patreon and they making a killing off Patreon. Like so, I don't do that, man. I'll be deep researching for myself. And as y'all can see, I may have some same picks as some other people, but most of my picks I always think are different. I got some that are buried that I see like nobody talking about. Like one in particular that I was telling about. I think it might be my first or my second buy alert in my Patreon, and people like, what is this? Like, nobody's talking about it. The only people that were remotely talking about it is like the high tech nerds or whatever. And but the project is really bullish to me, and so everybody was like, "Man, what is this project?" And a lot of people that asked, they was like, "This your first buy alert?" I think it was my first to say. It might be my first because that's what people are like. What? This is your first buy alert? What is this mess? But I be trying to get us into projects early before anybody's talking about them and know about them. But if you look at the project, if you're in the Patreon, you'll see all the bullish stuff around it. Um, but yeah, I be trying to have picks that other people ain't got. I really do try to get in early. I can't get in every project early because I can't track every project, but I try to make sure my Patreon is well taken care of, and we get into the stuff. So I don't know who Syrup is or Serp or whatever, but a lot of people do that. Crypto Rose said, "Happy Fridays or fresh shirt, my boy." Yeah, man, I love this is one of the things I try to put on clothes. I'm not a person who like gets into name brand, especially a person who's in industry. Everybody in the entertainment industry always trying to look fly. They trying to have name brand on. I don't be caring about none of that stuff. I'm a type of guy. I said it the other day. One of my biggest goals for this cycle, whether y'all believe it or not, is to buy a closet full of t-shirts, so I no longer have to worry about what to wear. I'm talking about just plain colored t-shirts. I mean, I could do that now, right? But why do it now? But that's gonna be my thing at the end of the cycle. I'm gonna go to one of my favorite stores, which is Express, and I'm gonna just buy like 80 t-shirts, just different colors, and that's what my closet gonna look like, a rainbow, just a bunch of different colored t-shirts. Because I'm a person who uses my brain every day, even when I get out of this bull market and helping y'all with cryptos and doing the Patreon. I'm just being honest. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna be so much more relaxed and stress free when the Patreon and the cycle is over. Because I just work all day. I wake up 5:30, I come to the computer, I leave the computer and go to bed. Like that's my whole day. But I'm very excited about my closet full of t-shirts. My lady probably tired of hearing me talk about it. Like I'm very excited about my closet full of t-shirts, man. But anyway, innovator is something I want to be, and I try to wear or have stuff around me to remind me of what I am and what I try to be, or what I am or what I'm going to be. I tend to say Aptos is a stable coin. Man, hopefully that bullish news helps them. I haven't bought into it, but it could really run. I mean, they do have some bullish stuff behind them. They got some great developers and great technology and stuff. So if BlackRock is behind them, man, it's definitely probably gonna run. Excuse me, but at 3 billion, I can't buy it now. I had to get it earlier. Like I said, I got Celestia at I think 320 million market cap. It was around $2 when I got Celestia, so that's why I hold Celestia. I'm not going to buy it at 3 billion. But some people can buy Celestia still if you want to. You can stake one TIA and probably get some airdrops or whatever. Just some, not financial advice. But PC say happy start to a new day. Yes, it actually was a happy start to this day too, and I'm gonna keep it that way. So yeah, we gonna keep rocking that way. Bob's this is at Bob. Cap is a poor platform. Most of the games they have use their own tokens, not the Cap token. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much. I just know they're supposed to have an interoperability thing, and a lot of people was speculating there was going to be like another project that's coming out. So maybe it'll follow that narrative. But I can't just get in. I'm not getting into trade. I'm not getting into because this token could follow somebody else's narrative. I got to catch up on these comments. These are 41 minutes behind. I'm sorry, y'all, but got to get the information out there. Issa said, "Hi Zo, thanks for all the amazing videos. Have you heard about this new gaming project? Heard about is I could lose. Why I still got see this? How I be leaving stuff on the screen. Now somebody gonna come be like, oh, he loves Jasmine. I didn't know it was on the screen that long. I stay doing that. Let's go here. Anyway, it's when I've heard about it in passing, but not even really. I can't really say. Once again, I'm not gonna try to act like I know about every project. but I don't even think I wrote it down on my list to if this is the same project. I'm not even being able to find it right now. Hold on, give me a minute. Hmm. I believe I'm spelling it right. I know how to spell Elixir. I'm not seeing it on Coin Market Cap, so I'm gonna go to CoinGecko. Okay, let's try to go to Twitter. Let's see if they Twitter page. Because right now, like if y'all ask me about a token too, try to give me the name of the token and the ticker, because sometimes one works and the other one doesn't. Hmm. It'd be funny if I was spelling it wrong. Yeah, I heard about this one in passing. Like um I see some people following it that I know. And I think that's exactly what I said the last time, but for some reason I didn't stay like I didn't look at it any longer. What was that about? I'm trying to look up as much information quickly as I can on this project um, to see. But I feel like I did the same thing before. I feel like I looked at it and was like, and then turned away for some reason. I think they had some like okay back. Yeah, they got some okay back. Oh, okay. They got some okay backers. Um, like okay, not super good. But with all the other gaming stuff that's out right now, unless this project comes up with some like crazy news that I don't know about, because once again I don't know everything. Um, I don't think this one be one I hold because I feel like so many other bullish platforms are coming out or that are already out. So I'll look at it later some more. But I feel like yeah, I've looked at this before and I did the same thing that I'm doing right now. It's kind of like we'll see. Um, so maybe I will see it again. Uh, yeah, I know it hasn't launched yet. Let me see what this name in my context. Tripping a minute. Uh, at an X child is that? I'm sorry if I'm reading that incorrect. Hello, can I ask your opinion on right? Thanks and good live stream. Oh, this right stream. Yeah, most people on this channel, I don't like right stream. Once again, for you, because you're probably new, I work in the film industry and I produce films and all that kind of stuff. And so they say they cater to filmmakers and producers and all that kind of stuff. But from what I looked at it, it doesn't look like it helps filmmakers at all. And I've done with aggregators and distributors before and stuff, all that kind of stuff. And from what they're offering is not something that would make me excited. So that's how they're promoting it. Like, oh, this is going to make filmmakers excited. But between me and my friends who do independent films and other films, like nobody thinks it's cool. It just seems like they're trying to be another Netflix and they want to capitalize off using the content that creators make. And it seems like it makes them more money than us. Now, like I say, it's true that filmmakers, we need something outside the machine where we can distribute our content and we can get most of the earnings. So that's the kind of selling point that they're using. In addition to, I know when I last looked at it, I don't keep up with this project. I know it's a dirt low market cap, and that's why everybody was excited about it because everybody's trying to get in, the low market cap coins. But the project, it seems stupid to me, to be honest. Let's see what it's done. I think it did like a 4 or 5x maybe, or 3.5x or whatever. But no, it sounds pretty stupid to me. Not something me as a filmmaker that I would be excited about at all. But I don't want to be flooding nobody's bag, so that's my take on it. I'll move on. Ansem said, "What's up? What's up, man? How you doing?" Money Fanatic said Pixel starting at a 1 billion market cap. I think it started around. Well, the circulating was. Let me pull that up. The circulating was like 5 million, 500 million. Um, and the fully diluted was crazy now. Yeah, the fully diluted is 2.5 billion. Oh, it's dropping. That's what I said. A lot of people. For one, once again, when it hit the market, the pre-investors were already up 125x when it launched. And so those people starting to take profit because they see, ain't nobody's going to invest in this and pump y'all bags anymore. It's at 500 million. So they sat in it for a minute to see if people was going to start pumping the bags. But now people dropping out. They taking profits or whatever. Like if you listen, I know people get into these stuff early. Now, somebody come in and they up a 20x when the token launches, you got to realize that's going to happen, right? But if it's at a 20 million market cap, you still got a chance to make gains with them, right? But if you coming in, you up 100x, I'm getting in at 500 million. I only have the chance for in a bullish scenario, I got a chance for a 20x. You get a 2000x, sir. I'm not pumping your bags. I'm not an idiot. I am not retail. Don't try to treat me like retail when it's still just the beginning of the bull market. Like we just came out of the bear market. Do you not realize the people that just came out the bear market and they're early to the market, understand the market? Like that's an insult and a slap to my face that you think I'm stupid enough to invest in. I'll see. Now I'm going too far. I'm going too far, y'all. But I'm gonna leave it alone. But that's insulting to me. That's what I feel like with pixels, man. And I'm gonna take them off screen because I always leave stuff on screen. Money Fanatic said, "Oh, he about to give me the alpha, y'all. He about to give me the alpha." He said, "Let me drop a gem on you. Let me see. Let me see if you actually dropping the gem, or are you pumping your bags? Y'all be on here talking about stuff to be like 47,000 market cap. It's already hard to find, sir. Let me see. It's already hard to find. So is it a gem? Is your gem must be that hidden? I'm not saying it's not, but I'm excuse me. I'm gonna take a look at it. I haven't drank any water this morning. I gotta stop doing this when I just wake up. I come to straight to the computer and start studying. Actually, I'm gonna look over here. So, because I don't know what this is, could be set me up for the okie doke. I'm not even finding this token. Okay, I see it now. My bad. I see it. I see it. Let me look. Let me look. Now, almost nobody that I know is following this. Now, that's not the only reason I invested in token, but it's one of the first things I gotta see. I'm gonna go look at some other stuff on it. It just launched in September. A lot of gambling projects launched in September. Who is following it though? They okay-ish. Let me see if I can find anything on. I'm pretty. Usually, these gambling projects don't have any backers, but if they're catering to a gambling audience, they know that people are just gonna FOMO into the coin because that's what gamblers do. For the market cap that is at, I know you see that as low, but it's only low when it's reputable and I can find information on it. I don't know if that's a gem, my friend. Not many people that I know are following the project, nor can I find any backers on it. Uh, yeah, I don't know if that's a gem, my guy. It may can do decent because it is a pretty low market cap, but I'll look into it later. But nothing makes me excited about it looking at it at first. Um, Crypto Chick say is the dodgy agent AI project. No, not necessarily, but I just don't like how a lot of them are saying they got these different partnerships. There's what I would say is with that project, they said their partners were all these different blockchains, but no, that's just the blockchains that you were trying to utilize your protocol on, or that you're trying to build on. Don't say it like they're partners as if they invested in your project, and I don't like stuff like that. I don't like when people use those blurred line terms to pump their projects. So that makes me a little skeptical on it. But you just notice how I didn't even say the name on stream because I know some of you are holding those bags, and if you're making profits in those, I want you to. But I almost wanted to like it, but that just was a red flag to me. Just say what you are. Say who your actual backers are. Don't blur the lines with partners, investors slash projects we want to work. Like your partners, that means they invest in you and y'all got some signed agreement of how y'all directly working together. Not just because that's like me saying Solana, Ethereum, and Polygon are my partners, but really I'm just building a gaming project that I want to try to make interoperable on those projects. But they never invested in the project. They never gave me a grant or anything like that. So it just was, I don't like how they did that. But I know a lot of some of my, well, not a lot, but some of my friends that are holding it. So I don't want to flood it, but just these AI projects you got to be careful with. But I know some of y'all got a good entry. If y'all got in 5 times lower, that would have been even better entry. But dodgy-ish. I wouldn't say it's necessarily dodgy, but it's dodgy-ish. But it could potentially still do well because of what they say they want to do with the project. Crypto Chick. Money Fanatic says Jasmine is a joke. I'm like, bro, this is at a 700 million market cap. What are people telling y'all? Like, I hope nobody's telling people that Jasmine is going to do 100x or anything crazy, because that's just That's just not right. As he said, Ron from Banter is talking about Crown and Honeyland. What is your input? Yeah, you know how I feel about Honeyland. I'm on that. Crown is seems pretty dope too. They got some dope partnerships, and it just wasn't one that I held. It's not my forte where I can keep up with how horse racing people are thinking, or I know they got Kentucky Derby and all that kind of good stuff, and some good partnerships. Like their official partner, like it's just that's a real partner they have, and so it's really dope. But I know a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people got in this pretty early. Like I think it was like when I first saw it, maybe it was around 15, 20 mil market cap. And once again, you might be like, well, Zoe, why didn't you get into it? But I don't keep with Kentucky Derby and racing and stuff like that. But it could be dope. It could do pretty well. Especially like some Kentucky Derby type money comes into it, it could do well. But right now it's at a 70 million market cap. Um, so that's not something I would get into um, right now. I don't have that much bullish conviction in that project to get in it now. Um, wait. Wait, let's see. Oh, Issa said, sorry, Zoe. Am going to push back a bit about answering questions. Not everyone can join the Patreon, but they can come to YouTube and watch your videos and ask some questions. I don't think that's taking anything from the Patreon by watching your videos. We support you. No, I mean, in a way, not because I pick and choose the questions I answer anyway. If y'all can't tell, but yeah, I try to help everybody on the stream. But the thing is, I can't mention like a play that I gave to the Patreon because I got to give them time to accumulate. I want to mention it on the stream, and as we see, you have other YouTubers that go to other people's pages, and then they try to tell their Patreons about it as if it was their alpha. But the problem is not like distilling the alpha. The problem is I want to give my Patreon members time to accumulate the projects that I'm talking about in the Patreon, so that another YouTube doesn't take it to their Patreon and pump the bags up, and then my Patreon doesn't have a chance to get in at a good entry. So that's why I don't talk about stuff on the channel. So in that way, it does take away from the Patreon, and that's why at least for now, I think my Patreon price is good for the people that are in the Patreon now. The price will stay the same. As they say, your grandfathered in, it'll stay that same price. But I'm gonna raise the price for people that want to come in later. But yeah, I definitely try to get information out on the stream or whatever. And after a while, if the Patreon picks have pumped a while and my Patreon members have gotten in, they've made some decent gains, then I'll bring it to the channel. But I can't give the channel and the Patreon the entries at the same, at the same price. But yeah, I feel you. I mean, I feel like I still offer a lot of value on my channel more than just, I talk about a lot of stuff before I start reading out questions. Now, some people's channels are big; they can come right in, and they just start reading out questions, and they just talking just nonsense or whatever. But I don't do that on my channel. I get up early in the morning to start collecting news stories, like an actual news channel. So I give y'all the DGen part of the market as well as give y'all the stuff that's going on in the market. I don't know too many channels that are doing both. Like usually you get either or. So yeah. Robert Barrett said, when you bought, I think you said when I bought Bitcoin, where does when you buy Bitcoin, where does the money go to? When I don't buy Bitcoin, I don't hold any Bitcoin. But I told him the other day on the stream when I get my gains this time in the cycle, I will be buying somewhere in the middle. When I get to a certain point, I will buy one Bitcoin and just hold it forever, just to have it, and so the big dogs don't get all the Bitcoin. But yeah, I will be buying one this cycle. But I think I answered your question correctly. Hopefully, if I didn't, ask again. And Lauren said the like guys. Oh yeah, hit the likes. I don't be thinking. I told y'all heard my rant enough yesterday. I don't be caring about all that stuff. I just be coming here to talk to y'all because it's faster than typing. Um, oh, so Magic Mars said Souls was hacked. The devs are coming out with a new contract address, and snapshot was taken earlier. Well, that's not a good look, my guys. That's not a good look at all. But like I said, that price is not reflected accurate. That's on. I'm looking at it again. Yeah, that price is not accurate though. That's on. What you call it? It's 5 times higher than that, but or at least 2 to 3 times higher. But I'll look into that news. That's some fresh news to me. I'll look into that and see what's going on. Um, as he said, you said Express the store is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, so you may not get those T-shirts. No, for real. It's rough out here in the world now. Every industry is getting hit hard, man. That's my store. You know, ah man, that's my store. Oh man, dang. Guess I gotta find somewhere else. Y'all see this how much I be in crypto because I didn't even catch that news. See this though. This is why it's good to have a stream. Y'all be bringing me information too. Oh, I gotta look at that right after the stream, man. Anyway, regardless, I'm gonna get my t-shirts because I don't want to. I don't like thinking about what to wear, man. I just want to grab a t-shirt, throw some jeans on, and throw some sneakers on, and be out the door. Dre said, "If I join the Patreon, do I need to start on the first of next month because this month just about over?" No, it's wherever you start at. Nah, your membership goes to everybody's membership starts and ends at different times. So wherever you get in is where your membership starts or whatever. And I saw a couple. I saw one or two that probably didn't know, and yeah, I think some people had made changed their debit card and their payment got declined. So if you're on the stream watching now, I think my person who does the cutting sent you guys a message there. I think y'all been in there like 3 or 4 days because I try to be a little lenient, but you got to make sure you're renewing your payments on time too because um, I think they like put a new debit card on, but the payment still didn't come through. And I tell people all the time, you know, I do like you guys and I care about you guys. So one thing I'm getting better on, actually I've gotten a lot better on, is my emotional attachment. So I don't even handle out like so when a new member comes in, I get alerted and then I come talk to you, but I have somebody else handling the cutting. So as soon as that payment doesn't come through, they're cutting you from the Patreon. So that's not on me, but you got to make sure your payments are on time and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, to answer your question, your payment starts when you start. Matter of fact, I'll just throw that on screen while I talk. I know it's how everybody else does it, but Patreon is patreon.com/cryptozo. If you want to get into Patreon, maybe I'll link it in the comments. But no, your membership starts when you start, um, and it ends whatever. Yeah. So anyway, um, Fly75 said, "Do we get a do, do we get a tea leaf here for any new Pixo? Tea leaf, what's that term? Is that are you trying to say you get a hint? Is that what you're trying to? I never heard the term before. No, I don't talk about any new picks here. Like I try to review stuff on here, stuff y'all ask about and stuff like that, but I can't give out picks on here that I gave to the Patreon. Not yet, at least until after they ran up quite a bit. Now here's the thing, when I first started the channel, I was just starting the channel. I didn't even have a Patreon. I just had a text group and a couple of close friends. So I talked about G Swift on this channel at 4 cents. You know, if you caught the video at 4 cents, that's good. But yeah, I don't talk about picks that early on the channel like that anymore. And like I said, I mean, the Patreon is really cheap compared to a lot of other places. And even when I raise the price, it still probably will be cheaper than theirs. So not saying it's a little bit of money, but it take money to make money, as people say. Um, and like I tell people all the time, I'm cutting my Patreon off early. I'm not going to have one of these astronomically big. I know for a fact right now that I'm cutting it off way. I'm definitely not never making it to 500. My top level I may go to is 400, but I'm really targeting just 200 right now, and I'm cutting it off. I don't like I say, if I have a Patreon, let's say I am here to make money off Patreon, right? If I'm making money off my Patreon and I know the right investment picks to put the money into, then I don't need to have a big Patreon. I don't need to be making $250,000 from Patreon a month because I got 5,000 members in my Patreon. For one, that doesn't even help me, to be honest, at a certain point. So my first target to cut it off is 200, and we're getting close to that. So, and I mean, that's not a joke. That's not like, that's my first. The most I'll ever go is probably 400, and I know for a fact 400 is the top. It's never going over 400, never getting to 500. Some people got 500,000, 2,000 members. I'm never getting in there. So that is, that's what it is. Robert said, "How about?" I never heard of that. Let me look. Never heard of that. Let me see the ticker again. Mm, 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 mm. I lied. I have heard of this one. Wait. Oh, which one are you talking about? Actually, I've heard of both of these. Which one are you talking about? You said. Oh. Hmm. Um. Just a minute. I'm looking. I'm looking. I don't know, man. Not really bullish on either one of them, to be honest. I don't know which one you're talking about, to be honest, but for both of them, yeah. Regardless, I don't think I would be bullish on either one. Um, Robert, Rob, I got Robert then Rob. Rob said, "Hey Zo, great content. Love your transparency. Also, what's your views on it's supposed to be blockchain as environment. I'm sorry, anything that starts talking about an environment. I know that what is it ESG? I don't know. It's not one I'll hold. I know that for a fact. Um, it's kind of like at the point where even if they had new developments, I don't think Dev is going to be one of the ones I hold. I know it's a low market cap right now. Yeah, next generation. Yeah, that's how they blurb. Next generation currency. This crypto 2.0, faster, smarter, better, connecting Web 2 and Web 3. I know a lot of people kind of like the project and bullish on it. Um, Maybe I'll take another look at Dev, but it never really excited me, to be honest, man. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's just my take on it. Maybe I'll take another look today. But as of right now, it looks like I need to check on Express because they filed for bankruptcy. I didn't even know that. But listen, guys, hopefully you got some good news for the stream and you understand how that helps you in the market and the different stuff that some bullish news. There's some stuff we didn't like, but I just try to give you guys stuff to think about. I don't want to put this on here too long because then people think I'm just shilling my Patreon. But yeah, so once again, as I always say, don't be trying to trade in and out of the market unless you're a professional trader or took a super good trading course. But even sometimes then you can get wrecked. So find good cryptos early, try to hold them into the cycle. Make sure you keep up news on the cryptocurrencies. Once I talk about a cryptocurrency, if y'all see some news on it in the Patreon, you bring it to me, tell me about it and all that good stuff, and we bounce it off each other. But once again, I think it's a pretty good Friday stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you learned something, and I will see you guys next time.